James Radio Show.
Hello, good evening, and welcome. Now, I pinched that line. That wasn't original, I have to be honest. Quite often, I get accused of vulgarity and bad taste. That's usually on a Saturday morning when I talk to my mother about the show the night before, so I'm hoping that she will turn off now, and anybody else who feels that way, because I get fed up with being accused of these sort of things the whole time. So we thought we'd do a programme tonight, simply entitled Knickers, Knackers and Knockers. Now, when I was told this, I thought we're obviously going to have Les Dawson on the programme, but he will not appear tonight. But we have some very interesting things. If you have any views on knickers, knackers or knockers, then ring this number now and have a chat. And upstairs, a gentleman to start off with who probably knows more about all three than anybody else in the world, could possibly be the new Robert Maxwell, I don't know. David Sullivan, the proprietor of the Sport newspapers.
Nice to meet you.
Now, David, the thing I like about the Sport is it doesn't take itself seriously, does it? It's not pretending like some of the others to be a serious newspaper.
No, we try to be an honest paper and we give the public what they want.
Well, smut, filth,
well, tomorrow, this is tomorrow's paper.
Tomorrow, you just have to have tomorrow.
This is the lady off Baywatch topless. I think the public want to see.
Yeah, you think they want to see that?
Topless, yep.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, you have some excellent columnists, don't you? Bernard Manning,
James Wales writes every Saturday in the Daily Sport.
Yes.
And I know you're frightened to plug it yourself, James, so I must give it a plug for you. Because it's an excellent column.
A very nice bit here about Frank Buno.
Every Saturday. Yeah, the lovely Frank.
Yeah.
I mean, Sunday we've got here we've got a shocking exclusive from Germany where they're photographing nude shots of Lady Di.
Why did she pose for these shots?
Well, they've done some very bad things, these Germans, and we're exposing them on Sunday. In the Sunday paper.
They do say sometimes, don't they, David, that you're sort of the self-styled king of porn. Is that, do you get upset about that or not?
I think the word porn is very emotive and very loaded, so I object to the word porn. I'm the sex... I suppose I just run a business and provide employment, really, and I just see it as a business.
Do you see yourself as a serious newspaper proprietor, perhaps in the future, or not?
Yes, very much so. And even our own paper, whilst we're an honest little paper and we tell the truth and we don't interfere with people's private lives, we do it as best as we can, and our sales are picking up. Now we've gone daily, sales are really going forward.
Well, you can see, the girls are actually behind. You can't see at the moment, but they're behind here answering the calls. Let's just remind ourselves about some of those serious little news items in a video that's come out, the Best of the Sunday Sport.
Best of Sunday Sport.
Just here.
Her Majesty the Queen, the personification of everything that makes Britain great to millions around the world. She is the very embodiment of integrity, decency and the British way of life. Yet in every democracy, even ours, there are those that seek to undermine authority and the rule of law.
Britain's security forces are forever vigilant, creating a cordon of protection around those who lead the nation and one of mystery around themselves. Yet today, the Sunday Sport can reveal an outstanding discovery, that those who work to safeguard our royal family have developed the ultimate security device.
Her Majesty the Queen has her own personal butler, who is completely invisible to the naked eye.
After years of covert research, Secret Service scientists have developed a serum that makes Her Majesty's most trusted aide completely transparent in normal light. He has therefore succeeded in remaining invisible to all for a number of years.
Royal insiders have told the Sunday Sport that Her Majesty's invisible butler is now an open secret in palace circles and is now simply referred to as Giles. In public and in private, Giles is always on hand to ensure Her Majesty's welfare is protected. Fully trained in unarmed combat, he is the ultimate bodyguard, without ever giving the game away.
Hey, mate, what's going on here, mate? Hang on. The bleeding hell's happening here. No.
Fantastic. You're quite right about this column. Fantastic. I mean, nobody else got that story, did they?
Absolutely not, James. Another Sunday Sport exclusive.
I don't know how you do it. You probably have the best trained journalists on Fleet Street.
I've got 120 hard-working journalists.
Yeah. We've got a call through, actually, I think, and our calls hopefully work. Julian, hello.
Hello?
Yes, Julian, you're through to David Sullivan.
I'd just like to say that the Sunday Sport, and the Sport is just the best newspaper out, and it's just a little query.
A little what?
About the, was it the London transport bus found on the moon, was it?
Oh, London yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Julian, actually, because it was a big story in the Sport. London transport bus was discovered on the moon, wasn't it?
It was the North Pole, actually.
Oh, so North Pole.
Yeah, and
Julian, you got it wrong.
And it was authenticated by London Transport. The bus went missing in 1936.
Any idea how it got to the...
No, we think possibly by a Russian nuclear scientist took it there. But these are the sort of fun items we have in Sunday Sport, as distinct from Daily Sport,
of course,
which is a solid newspaper.
Solid news.
Sunday Sport is fun, Daily Sport is a good newspaper.
Solid news. No political sway one way or the other. None at all.
No, we are a neutral paper.
Fantastic.
And, I mean, you write your column, you write what you like, and we don't interfere with it.
Yes.
And we don't try and influence in any shape or form.
Of course. Could I put this back here? Thank you, Julian, for your call. We'll take some more calls in a few moments. We're very busy around here. I want to go on to something else. I don't know whether you've ever come across this. It's a new hobby. Carte fornicatum. You don't know?
I don't know what that is, James.
No. Well, it's a collection of those... Well, it's fascinating, actually. Watch this, and you'll see all about it. Just have a little look at this.
Whaley goes to town.
Hi, all right? How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Is this your full-time job?
No, just doing it for fun.
Yeah, I've only just started, actually, but how many... You've got more than me.
Yeah, I've got full of money.
Have you?
My pockets are loaded.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I used to collect football cards, but I found these are more entertaining, actually.
Well,
you know,
it's business cards.
Yeah, I wonder if we got any... You've got two of that. I don't know if I've got any swaps here. I don't want that one because that's quite a... Do you want that one?
That's too small. Yeah.
No, that's no good at all.
To one of my friends, so it goes.
This is one of my favourites because I like the artwork on this.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of this, James?
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's one of my.
That's lovely. I haven't. That's a very nice one. I mean, I haven't actually seen that before. I must admit. Yeah. Is that one of your favourites too?
Yeah, one of my favourites.
Yeah. Show it to the camera. Oh, sorry. Show it to the camera. I don't know whether you can advertise this on that. Perhaps like that. Oh, now the colour scheme on that is lovely, isn't it? Have you got a one to beat that or not? Well, that's not bad, is it? This is how when we collect these cards, would set them out. You see, in a sort of, it's artistic, really. You've seen people doing these drawings on the pavement.
Yes, here, you know.
Yes. Oh, that's all right. The police are no problem. It's more or less like Find the Lady, isn't it? Isn't it? Do you find that? It's just so much hidden art. Is it? Oh, you've got more than me.
Yeah.
And that's
I've been looking at that for ages.
Oh, that's a nice one too, isn't it? Really? Could somebody remove these children out of here? Before long, they're going to be sort of hotel places where you go and see if you can buy ones you haven't already got. Is that you?
Mine's with an H though. Anyway, look, I'm sorry. I have to go and have my dinner.
Yeah, but that does. I can see it too.
It's a silent H,
because it goes with the. It does go with the same colour, doesn't it? Okay.
Yes.
Well, enjoy your new hobby,
Thank
won't
you very much.
Yes. Okay. Bye.
Mr. James.
And you.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. Yes. Good.
I'm gonna go back.
Okay. Oh, it's a copper. Luckily, I managed to get away at that time, and of course, those are going to become even rarer because fairly soon they're going to be outlawed. So you won't be able to get them in those telephone kiosks. And quite right as well. I'll just stand here, and you can lean all over me if you like. It's really, I wasn't put on this earth just to prop up attractive ladies. Now, this is a little bit. Debee Ashby is with us, and we'll be talking to Debee, of course, who is probably the hottest thing to hit the literary world for some time. Debee has become the editor of a brand new magazine, and we'll be talking about that later. But now we thought we'd bring you a few ideas for Christmas. Knickers, something that's been around for years and years and years and years.
I don't wear them.
You don't wear them.
No.
Now, that's a funny thing, because a lot of people nowadays do not wear knickers. They are not as fashionable as they were. In fact, girls who wore knickers in the darker ages were considered to be really not the sort of girl you would want your son to marry. Is that the sort of thing? Mm-hmm. Okay, and so Debee and I would also like to be considered for maybe the next series of the clothes show. All right, can we
Please.
go over here? Okay. And, oh, by the way, we do... Sorry, come, just in fact, up here. We got this from David Letterman in America. This is... Can we punch it up? The Thrill Cam. This is entirely new, sophisticated technology. And the Thrill Cam has been programmed. It's down there. You can see it as a completely new camera. And it has been programmed to thrill. Nothing else. The camera seeks out the most thrilling shots, like this, and like this. And you see? Thrill Cam, and you'll be getting a lot of shots from this time. We'll go over here and start the fashion show. A little round of applause, please, from the audience here tonight. First of all. Okay. Right, first of all, here is Dave. Now, here we are, girls. Dave is wearing the very latest all-in-one outfit.
That's your vest and knickers combined.
Not mine.
No,
they're his.
Dave.
By those purveyors of French taste.
It is reminiscent of the men's 20s bathing costumes. He's gone now.
Hang on, he's gone. Okay, well, this wasn't how we rehearsed it. Now, for those cold winter nights, a little number to keep you warm and to have fun with. From...
Damart, the black poodle, tickle your fancy with feather boa trim on neckline and wrist.
Have you ever thought about doing this professionally, Debbie, or not? I think very good indeed. Very good. Yes, I think you're very good. Lisa, sexy midnight blue all-in-one bodysuit here in stretch lace with diamante motif.
Adjustable bra strap and underwired with diamond-shaped peephole to show off the flesh.
Can we see the adjustable bra? Okay, well, I suppose that's good enough, really. Now, here's Sam. Now, Sam is wearing black. Is that fashionable at the moment?
Oh, very fashionable. It's always sexy.
Leather as well, yes?
Yes, black is most certainly the colour in leather. Very sexy. I like the round the bum, no bum.
Yes, I see, yes. Thank you, Sam. Yes. Is she wearing something underneath? I do hope so. Come on, we're never going to get on the clothes show. Let's right, okay. Black and white. You can tell what sort of audience we've got in here tonight, can't you?
This is a high-waisted garment. It's especially designed to keep your bits warm in the coldest of weather.
Long cut wear to the knee to stop those wayward drafts. Do you get drafts, Dave, or not? You do get drafts. Well, you won't have any drafts tonight. That's certain. Thank you, Dave. Now let's have Louise. Here we are. Oh, let me rephrase that. Let's bring Louise out here. White cotton and...
Embroidery anglais cami knickers with the floral detail and elasticated waist.
Cool and comfortable to wear by...
Shicer.
Shicer, yeah, Shicer, they're do that. Is it the sort of thing you wear, Debbie, or not?
Not off. There's too much material.
Too much material. Here's Lisa. Lisa seems to have got a fan following here for some reason. Right, pretty cotton floral knickers and bra. High-cut knickers. What are high-cut knickers?
High-cut knickers.
Right. Yes, I see, yes.
Underwire bra, both trimmed with white lace by Shicer. That's more like it.
That's more like it, isn't it? Okay, now here's Dave back again. Funny, isn't it? He seems to be very popular. These stylish purple sand-washed silk boxer shorts by Addiction
are suitable for both men and women who feel they deserve something simply luxurious.
Oh dear, what's he doing that for?
No. I think you should take them off, Dave, really.
I don't like the feel of silk next to my skin, I must admit. Now we've got leatherwear. Here's Sam.
Again?
Yeah, Sam's been on before, hasn't she? I mean, I don't think people want to see this more than once, do they?
Do you want to see it more than once?
No. Thank you, Sam. I mean, Sam, very, very nice. But I mean, yes, very nice. Off you go, Sam. Could you put the hat on, Sam? Could we see the hat, perhaps? Right, the sort of thing that lots of girls would like to get for Christmas. Very nice indeed.
And men.
And men would like. Men dress up in those? I am surprised.
No, men would like.
I see. Yeah. Now, Dave is back. Here we are. The sexy and revealing noir and blank briefs. Oh, my golly. What is he wearing?
They have the daring cutaway size to enhance the figure of any man about town. It doesn't leave a lot to the imagination.
I'm not so well. I don't want to. Somebody's bitten him on the thigh. I just noticed that. Sort of. Yes, that's better. Don't go yet, Dave. Debbie wanted to talk more about it. I think, didn't she?
I think we should see James in these.
You do. Yes. Well. Yes.
James in these later on.
I see. Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much indeed, Dave. Sam is back, wearing the
leather outfit. Which we want to see more of, don't we?
Well, hang on, just one. I think we've had enough of that. Have you had enough of that? That's more than enough of that. Now, thank you very much. Is that good? Okay, would somebody like this?
No.
Oh, you want that? Okay. Right, now Sam is a member of the Dream Girls, is that right? Who were going to come and perform. We had hundreds and hundreds of letters after they performed on a show a few weeks ago. But you had a little accident,
We had a
didn't you?
car accident Sunday morning coming from a gig.
Ah.
Yeah, and we've all bruised.
You're all bruised.
Yeah, and we
They're
need
all
tender loving
bruised, so
care.
they can't dance tonight. What happened?
I think the driver fell asleep. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He didn't?
No.
Yeah. Have you got bruises anywhere?
All over, James.
All over bruised.
Yeah.
All over bruised, which is why you had to have all the makeup on.
That's
is it? All the
right,
Body
yeah.
makeup, yeah. I see. And how about you? You feel okay?
Well, I really hurt my leg, but the main thing is that we're all okay.
The main thing is you're all okay. I'm doing the interview like this because I really feel that it's slightly embarrassing. I don't want to have any part of this. So would you come back, maybe, girls, and dance
We're going to
for
come
us?
back and do our dance for you, James.
On the 13th of December?
Yeah.
Okay, when we have sort of the last show in the present series for a few weeks, so that would be very, very nice. So give them a nice round of applause. They did make it in the end. That's fantastic. All right. And that's all... What? That's almost... What are you doing?
We're giving you these for the prize for the competition.
For what?
The competition. The competition.
For prizes of the competition. 2 pairs. Yeah. I see. Did you not be able to get yours
well,
off?
My hat was your gift.
Oh, your hat as well?
I don't want it now. So
I don't want it? No, well, I'll have the hat. No, I want the hat. That's it. I'll have the hat as well.
I'll have the money, Jay.
And the whip. When I think about it, I'll have the whip.
I know what you're up to.
We'll take a break, okay? Let's go round the back. Come on.
Out support the James Whale Radio Show!
Okay, well, I think that was the Knickers part of the programme. Well and truly sorted out, don't you? And now on swiftly to the knackers part of the programme. A lot of phone calls coming in. Thank you for those. You know the number. We'll put the number up on the screen just in case or not. There we are. 0532 46 1000. With me is Mr. Peter Whelan. Peter is a consultant. What is the technical term, Peter?
Urologist.
Urologist. And Peter specialises in vasectomy. Okay?
Not exclusively.
Not exclusively, but for tonight, Peter, we haven't got time to get into your other bits and bobs, but tonight we're vasectomising, okay?
Sir.
Peter wouldn't actually let me carry one out on the programme, which is what I wanted to do, and he said there's a little taster, so we're not doing that. Now, Dr. Carruthers, recently, who runs the Positive Health Clinic in Harley Street in London, is critically outspoken about male sterilisation. For those of you out there now, how many people a year do they reckon to have this operation?
Well, several hundred thousand.
Several hundred thousand?
I would have thought.
We're prepared to be a little worried. He feels, that is Dr. Carruthers, and not Peter over here, that some doctors are patronising their patients by not informing them fully of the problems. He considers the problems that a vasectomy can cause are widespread, alterations to the body's chemistry, which in turn contributes to a range of serious conditions. He's also found that there could be premature aging, loss of sexual appetite, and various other conditions like cancer, heart problems, etc., etc. Do doctors tell their patients all these sort of problems that could come at later life or not?
Not many of the ones that you say. They do emphasise the cancer aspect because that has become in the press recently and is worrying. And I think one has to...
That can't be just disregarded.
It has to be explained. The 2 cancers that are put in the press recently are cancer of the prostate, which tends to develop in later age, and cancer of the testis. If you take the testis first, that is uncommon. There are 20 to 25 new cases in Yorkshire a year, to put it into perspective, in 3.5 million people. And there is one study that suggested people having vasectomies had twice the chance of developing it, but they developed it very early, and it's likely, as we find, that actually people are just being picked up earlier. Because they're aware of something happening down there.
What about this early aging? I mean, when an animal is castrated, I mean, is there any similarity to castration or not?
No, there shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be. In fact, well, you carry that. Come over to the blackboard over here, Peter, and just sort of show me technically how a vasectomy is carried out.
Right.
All right.
Well, if you accept that I failed art at O-level.
Yes, but I think you're doing remarkably well here, may I say? Yes. We're doing a funny face.
These are the testes.
These are the testes.
Testes.
Yes.
Mark T.
Yes.
This is an area called the epididymis.
A lot of people, of course, don't know what the testes are. I mean, a lot of people are biologically very, very sort of naive, aren't they?
Fine.
Bollocks. Okay, fine, yes. Yeah, okay.
And the vas comes off and goes up inside your tummy. And that outer wall is the scrotum.
So this is the whole... This isn't the body here.
No.
This is the...
That's the way you start.
Two.
This is the scrotum.
Yes. There's a little line up here, actually, to be technical
There
about
is.
it, isn't there? Yes,
Yes,
yes. Okay, good. Well, we did testicular cancer on the programme, actually, so we're aware of that.
Right.
And when you're giving yourself self-examination, you mustn't feel this bit by mistake.
No, because you can get lumps there
Yes.
that may be quite benign.
Now, you can get lumps here caused by having a vasectomy, can't you?
You can.
Right. They're okay, are they?
All lumps should be looked at.
Right.
I think
Right.
it's unfair to put the onus on the patient.
Yeah.
Rather than
Well, that has
potential
always
patient.
been my watchword. If you have a lump, look at it. Yes. Now, when you are presented with this is the patient lying on the table.
Yes.
What do you do, Peter?
You insinuate your finger into the scrotal skin. What you have to understand is that...
You do wear gloves, don't you?
Of
Of course, yes. Okay, fine. Yes.
Just that nail.
Yes, just that nail there, yes. Can we have a look at that thumb once again? Yes. How many do you carry out a year?
Many dozens.
Many dozens, yes, okay.
And what you can do is that this is the only hard structure in the scrotum, and you evert it if you're right-handed like I am, and you end up, if this isn't too far, with the skin, and directly underneath it, the vas, and then you make a cut there and bring the vas out, and that's where you ligate it. There are many other methods.
Cut it, yes.
Cut it, sorry.
Snip it, yes.
Sorry.
And it is painless. Well, we have somebody on the phone who had one of these operations on a Monday. Stuart, are you there?
Yeah.
Hello, Stuart. Well, it was on this Monday, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And how are they now, Stuart?
Oh, much better, thank you.
Do they feel okay?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Were you aware of this is what was going to happen to you?
Yes, I was. I had that explained to me.
You did?
Yes.
Now, you told me that you sort of dashed back to work as soon as you could.
Well, I say dash back. I was in on Tuesday. It happened on Monday, and I was back at work on Tuesday.
Oh, you took a day off?
Yes, I did.
Yes. Is that normal, a day off, or more, do you think?
Recommend at least 48 hours.
At least 48 hours?
Yes. 24 of which you're flat on your back.
Were you flat on your back?
Yes, they asked me to lay down, to have a complete 24 hours rest.
And how do you feel? Are you tender? I mean, how do you feel now?
I'm tender, yes. It would be wrong to say I'm not. I am tender, but it's a bearable. It's just a dull ache, that's all, really.
Yeah. I mean, are you concerned about all these sort of little facts we've been coming out with tonight? Or maybe facts, I mean, problems? Were you told about them?
Yes, I was. I was advised of most of the problems that did occur, so, you know, I wasn't going into it blindfold.
Yes. But you wish you hadn't had it done?
No regrets whatsoever.
No. OK, well, keep watching the programme, Stuart, because by the end of it you may do. Peter, thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Peter. Come and sit down over here, Peter, for a moment. Do you recommend that people still use this as a form of contraception, or would you think it's a last...
I think it's what suits people. You must realise that this is probably the most effective. There is a failure rate. There's nothing perfect, but its failure rate is 4 times less often than the pill and about 200 times less often than the condom.
And it can be reversed?
It can always be, or mostly always, technically reversed, but it doesn't always work.
Yeah.
Which means you don't get pregnancies or even sperm bank.
OK. Right, we'll take some calls about that, I'm sure, a little later on. For the moment, thank you very much indeed, Peter. And time... Where are we? Over here? Time for the mail, I think. Yes, welcome back. Thank you, Peter. Now, believe it or not, we do get letters to this programme. This is the mail spot, and the address will be coming up later. A lot of people in the business assume that we have a team of writers putting this next segment together. And of course we don't. You write the letters, as you know. And after last week's programme on sex therapy, very important programme last week on sex therapy, Sarah Knoll from Sheffield wrote in and said, my heart bleeds for people with such problems. It's a nice concern letter. Sex is wonderful, to be shared with one or more partners at the same time. Mind you, she did sign herself Sarah the Slut. Darren Nagg in Gateshead observes, if masturbation supposedly stunts your growth, why can't they put the dirty magazines on a lower shelf? And a lot of people have been asking that same question. Mr. M. Lehman in Leeds wrote to ask, could we send details of how to receive a vibrator by mail order? You know, you need to have your bottom wiped, really, some of these people. Can't you do anything for yourself? Here, there we are. We'll send you the in fact, look, I'll tell you what. Forum magazine has everything you need to know about it. Anyway, look, we'll send you that, OK? Should be no problem at all. We'll send that to you. Now, some kind person has sent this in, and I think this is very useful. Are you OK over there on the Thrill Cam? This is an Irish birth control device over here. Can we see that? Oh, dear. Sorry about that. The cork's come out, so it's obviously not any use at the moment, but thank you very much indeed. Rather gruesome. And finally, Colin from Harwich said, after seeing you wearing the black silk top hat last week, oh yes, I did look rather fetching at that, didn't I? I remembered where I'd seen you before. Dr. Mop in Camberwell Green. That isn't even funny, so thank you for those. These are the actual letters we read out there, but we get them typed out because I can hardly read as it is. The address for you to send your letters to, coming up on the screen. We do want lots of letters, lots of suggestions for new programmes, etc., etc. Wales Mail, Yorkshire Television, Leeds, LS31JS. Now, of course, we started last week for the first time, Whaley's Call Box. Whaley's Call Box. That's caused us a few problems. No, I'm fed up with being... First of all, I want you to understand, being called a wanker, which is a common slang term for masturbation, really doesn't worry me at all. It's not very funny, and it's very unoriginal, all right? We had a few thousand calls like that, so if you're going to call the number and just say that over and over again, fine, but people have to listen to those. Thomas Welch, for instance, thinks that I'm a hairy... I'm not reading that out. Miss A. Kenny says, why do people think sexual fantasies are only for men? Women have brilliant sexual fantasies too. Now, the unfortunate thing is she didn't leave any of them on the tape. When you ring up and record your messages, please leave those, the sort of things we wanted to hear. A chap from Beckenham asks, why do women take longer to come? How can he assure simultaneous orgasms? And we will get back to our sex therapist from last week to find out more about that for you. Mr. Singh from West Bromwich wrote in, on the subject of prostitution, he thinks we go to Tesco... No, let me rephrase this properly, otherwise I'm going to get into a lot of trouble. On the subject of prostitution, he thinks we go to Tesco's to buy what we want. Why not sex for sale? Says he uses them regularly. I wasn't sure whether that was sex for sale or Tesco's, but anyway, there we are. Elaine from Manchester phoned, wants advice on vibrators. She says, as a possible first-time user, how do you know which one fits? And can you try them in the shop? You can laugh, it's okay. I mean, you're trying to keep yourselves very quiet. You can make a little noise if you want. And a rather unpleasant lady phoned in to say the show is just filth and should be underground, 6 feet underground. I wonder if she's ever watched Hale and Pace. And if you get your act together, who knows, maybe we'll even play some of these calls on the air, OK? So the number to ring if you want to call Whaley's call box, and it's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's 0898 46 1000, all right? 0898 46 1000. Any suggestions, any little stories? If you want to be famous for 15 seconds, then you can do it all on there. And who knows, next week we may broadcast some of them as well. 0898 46 1000. Now, it seems to me we've had a very busy programme so far, so I think I'm going to settle back, have a cup of coffee, and you can watch DAD and Bad Craziness.
I believe when I'm alone. Thank you and good night.
Fantastic. Oh, I think they were very good. The DAD and Bad Crazies. We're back now with Debee Ashby and, of course, David here. So you all right, David? Fantastic. David, multimedia megastar personality and promoter. All right?
Fine, thanks, James.
OK. You're not nervous sitting next to Debbie? Debbie, I got this magazine out to sort of say, now you're taking over this, and it's not, is it?
That is a trashy magazine. No, I'm...
No, I see. Oh, why are you appearing it if it's trashy? I mean, it's sort of...
Because I gave them a Christmas gift that they could use me on the one chance.
Yeah.
That's it, though.
Did they pay you a lot of money for this or not? I can't show... Some of these I can't show to you, but...
More than you get paid, James.
Probably. Do you think it is? Yeah. I mean, you're a tennis fan, obviously. Do you get embarrassed when we look at these sort of photographs or not?
Of course not.
You don't?
No.
You're not. You can have it after the show, but you're not having a look at it now, right?
Oh, what, James?
They're 5 years old.
I'm a collector.
That's 5 years old?
Oh, yeah, I won't do any recent ones for anyone else but Penthouse.
You won't?
No, they're the classier magazine.
Let's be honest about it. I mean, a lot of people will say, look, come on, I mean, this is no way to sort of advance. Why should women get paid for taking their clothes off? You know what Claire Short said. I mean, do you ever feel embarrassed about it?
Have you seen Claire Short?
Well, I mean, she couldn't make a living taking her clothes off. But do you think it's... I mean, I couldn't either, so I get a bit upset. And David, I don't know if you thought about taking your clothes off, but...
Well, for Penthouse, I'm doing the agony aunt to start with for the first 6 months, and then I'm going to learn how it runs, and then I'll become the editor.
Oh, I wish I'd known you were doing the agony aunt, because I had some of those letters from some of the callers earlier.
If somebody's got any problems with lumps in their ball bags, for instance, I would tell them what to do.
Beautifully put, Debbie. Beautifully put. Yes. Yeah. So I mean, a lot of girls are sort of moving on now to the sort of literary world, aren't they? Yeah. Is this how you see yourself going in the future?
Well, it's a part of what I want to do. I've also got a wine bar in Ibiza, in Stanmore.
Ibiza is in Spain, isn't it?
No, it's called Ibiza.
Oh, I see,
It's in Stanmore, so if you want to come down and say hello.
Yes, it's a nice plug. Very good. Very good indeed, yes. But you're not embarrassed. You don't think that you're turning women into pure sex objects and encouraging men to beat women up and to look at them?
No, because there's obviously a demand for it, isn't there? I mean, really, when people say to me, you're exploiting women, I'm not. I'm exploiting men, because it's the men that are screaming for me to take my clothes off when I do a PA. Who's exploiting who there? Well, they're the ones that look like the silly ones.
Do you think it's because those of us who perhaps don't have the beautiful enough bodies to make a living out of showing them that we get upset about this sort of thing, or what?
I think you should take your clothes off, James.
I'm not taking them off because, I mean, I look in the mirror every morning and think, ugh. Do you ever get upset about the sort of criticism that papers like yours get or not?
I'm with Debbie. I think that at the end of the day, nobody makes anybody do anything. And if somebody wants to pay to see it, it's their right to do it, and someone wants to pose, it's their right to do it. I believe in a democracy and the right of the individual.
But do you ever worry that maybe some of these photographs and maybe some of the other things that people see in these magazines lead people to act
I think all the evidence is against that.
If you bring things out in the open, if you're brought up with it, they haven't got any sexual problems in their head. If you hide it from them and suppress it, put it under the counter, people will. That's when the problems are caused. If you bring it out in the open, if someone's got a problem, they can go up to their mother and say, Mum, I've got a problem. And it's more in the open, brought up, it's families, they should bring it out more in the open. Magazines should be left around the house. I was brought up with magazines left around the house.
You don't think it embarrasses or encourages people to behave in a sort of...
No, I think all
James, but you're an exception.
No, don't ever go at me, it won't work.
I think all the evidence is to the contrary. I think the one area of doubt is extreme violent pornography, and I think nothing I do or Debbie does fits into that category.
You would never get involved in pornography? I mean, Claire Short or people like that would say that...
It depends how you define pornography. Some people think pastry is pornography. But no, not real pornography.
OK. Now, let's talk to Robert from Grimsby. OK, Robert, where are you? Are you there, Robert?
Bob?
No? John from Hull. Mark. That's very good. I mean, give me Robert,
Jay?
John, Mark. Yes, Mark.
How are you?
I'm very well, Mark.
I've got a collection of smelly, unwashed knickers.
Fantastic. Well, I hope you're very happy with them, Mark, and thank you for calling us. I suppose the sort of people who, you know, but as long as he's happy.
If it makes him happy. I wondered where they were.
Yeah, you said, well, that's yeah. Nobby from Elstree. Oh, Elstree, is that sort of where you were? Yeah, Elstree. Yeah, Nobby.
James, there was an article in the Sunday Sport about 6 months ago, and apparently on your show, you don't wear boxer shorts, you wear a G-string. Is that true?
That's absolutely right, and I'm not showing you tonight. Send me £2,000 and I might. Actually, I might appear sort of... Well, we could negotiate it, couldn't we, really?
Definitely.
We could negotiate it.
If it'll sell papers.
No, more than that, more than that. I mean, what, 15, 20? I know, we'll talk about it. Nobby!
How about on Breakfast Bids? We can have you £2,000 or you take your G-string off.
Well, no, Nobby, that was a mistake. I meant more, actually. Nobby, can you tell me, you're in Elstree.
Yeah.
You are a reader of the Sport.
That's right, every Sunday.
Yeah, what sort of, and Saturday now, what sort of job do you have?
What do I do?
Yes.
Oh, I can't tell you that.
I mean, he doesn't sound sort of thick and stupid, does he? I mean, is he the sort of person you would assume read the paper?
Our readers are all social backgrounds. A lot of people think it's just working class men. In
No,
fact,
I'm a
we've
lawyer.
got men, women. As a lawyer, you
Yeah.
see, we have a lot of sort of executives read our paper just
Well,
as a fun
hear
paper.
that quite a lot of people in the city get the Financial Times and the Sport slips inside it.
Quite a lot.
We actually have the Sport on the financial page.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see. Very nice indeed. Nobby, thank you very much indeed. That's very up-class. You were surprised. Well, sort of, you know. Let's take Nancy. We got time? Nancy from Manchester. Hello, Nancy.
Well, hello, but I'm not really from Manchester.
You're not. You just wanted to pretend.
No, I'm visiting Manchester.
You're what?
I'm really American.
You're visiting Manchester?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But listen, now, you have very strange expressions here. And this knickers, knackers, and knockers business.
Yes.
We have knockers in America. You
Yes.
know, and even these people here in Manchester have knockers on their front door.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll tell you what we're going to do because it's a fascinating call. Can we try and get Nancy back on a better line? And we're going to take a break in a couple of minutes. Just before we take a break, Deborah from London. Hello, Deborah.
Hello.
Yes, Deborah.
I just want to say, why do intelligent women, they're ridiculed by women like this lady that you've got on the show?
Debbie.
Yes?
Yes.
Although she looks wonderful, So we all would like to look, but...
Yeah, isn't it a pain? Yes, I know.
I know, isn't it just?
But do you, I mean, it's okay for her to make money out of her looks, surely. The fact that maybe you and I can't make money out of our looks really is neither here nor there.
Yeah, yeah, it's a double thing, isn't it? That people like, we all want to look like her.
Yeah.
But then, on the other side of it, don't we all want to be equal?
Yeah.
And it's people like her ridicule us as intelligent women.
Well, she's trying, but I don't think she's getting very far, actually. I'll slap her wrist. We'll take a break and I'll slap her wrist while we're doing it. We'll come back in a few moments.
Right,
now, I've told you about that before. You mustn't.
James Whale, the James Whale Radio Show.
Yeah, now. Listen, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Now, okay, I think we've got a few of our technical problems sorted out. And before we go back to some more calls, a little music. And live in the studio tonight, straight from Los Angeles here to the Whale studio, Rebel Pebbles and How Do You Feel? Fantastic. Those are the Rebel Pebbles, and that was called How Do You Feel? What is going on here tonight? We've got all sorts of messing around. I'm going to have to slap a few people after the show, I think, tonight, David. I'm sorry about this. You come on, you see, it causes absolute havoc. Now, competition time. Last week, the question was to come up with a very witty line for this yes, OK, fine, thank you. Answering the calls up there. For this cartoon. Condom cartoon. There we are. And we had a few people. We had hundreds, actually, of answers. But the runner-up prize of this cuddly vibrator, you see this here, cut to the cuddly vibrator, goes to Danny Gardner from Blackpool, whose caption was, back to the caption, when I throw a party, everybody comes. Little play on words, and you get that furry vibrator. Very nice, too. Exciting stuff, isn't it? Yes, good, good, good. Lucky we go, doesn't it? Rather nicely. Yes. I thought Jonathan Ross was wearing that the other day as well. And the winner of a year's supply of red cougar ginseng, which will improve your sex life, in fact, your whole life, really. A year's supply is going now to Shelley Clark in Clwyd, whose caption read, cut to caption, there we go, I'll be the first one up in the morning. And you will too. So there we are. Well done to all of you. A little round of applause for all the people who took part in the... fantastic. Good. OK. Now, listen to this carefully. We have the audience just over here behind me. Can we get a shot of the audience? They're pretty ugly tonight, but I mean, you might as well get a little shot of them there. Take a very sort of... there's some of them there. Some of them there. Fantastic. OK. Now, this week's... Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Listen very carefully, because you might be able to win. This week, you could win all of the underwear from the girls who came on earlier, all right? That's pretty tacky. One of these videos, either Wicked Willy or The Best of the Sunday Sport or something called Goddess in the Rain. And how you can win this bumper magnificent prize is... write in and tell us what letter the word knickers begins with. Little difficult, and I know some of you out there will have a problem with this. What letter does the word knickers begin with? Put it onto a postcard or the back of a sealed envelope and send it to this address. Thank you. Wales Mail, Yorkshire Television, Leeds, blah, 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 blah. We've lost the apostrophe off... oh, no, it's changed, hasn't it? Don't tell me the captions have changed. I didn't know. I mean, how on earth did it change? I'm sorry about that. Never mind. Going remarkably well so far tonight. Thank you for the call. Simon from Ayr. Hello, Simon.
Hello, James.
Yes, Simon.
I'd just like to say...
Can we have the volume up on the floor? Come on, for goodness sake, let's get the volume up on the floor. Yes, Simon.
I'd just like to say how brilliant your show is, James.
Thank you, Simon. Very nice indeed. That was Simon from Ayr. Did you have anything else to say, Simon, by the way, or not? Simon?
He's gone.
He's gone. Carol from Bristol. Hello, Carol.
Hi, James.
Yes, Carol.
I'd just like to say Debbie looks absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic. Nice of your sister to call, Carol, really, wasn't it? Debbie, sorry. Mark from Surrey. Yes, Mark, hello.
Hello, James.
Yes, Mark.
I just wanted to ask Debbie what sort of tricks of the trade she uses when she's doing nude modelling, such as like...
OK, well, yes, what sort of tricks of the trade do you use when you're doing nude modelling?
I always pretend I'm sucking a lollipop to get the pout.
Do you? Could you show that for us? Could you demonstrate? Ridiculously stupid way to
You think
sort of
it's
look,
sexy, but it's not. I'm just sucking a lollipop.
Do it again. I'd like to have a look at that. Yeah. And does the cameraman shout at you and tell you to do things or not? You know,
I usually shout back, you know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Fantastic, Mark. It's an educational programme, this one tonight, and that's for sure. Paul from Macclesfield. Hello, Paul.
Good evening.
Yes, Paul.
Mansfield, actually.
Is it Mansfield?
It is, yes.
It's Mansfield. Can't you listen to what the punters are saying on the phones?
Terrible.
Sorry, I'm sorry about that. It's very difficult to get
A
stuff.
couple of things I'd like to ask you. It was my birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And I was born on the same day that President Kennedy was shot. I wonder what your thoughts are on reincarnation.
Thank you very much indeed. It was a fascinating call. Right, Ian from... I'm just a frustrated breakfast television presenter. That's all I really wanted in life. Or you know, daytime. We could do that, couldn't we?
Yeah,
Sit on the sofa. That's all I wanted in life. And I'm stuck here talking to people about being the reincarnation of what's his name? Kennedy. It wasn't Edward, was it? John Kennedy. Was it John F, wasn't it? John F. Kennedy was... Yeah. Where were you, Peter, when he was assassinated?
I was sitting at home watching the television.
It's funny how everybody's supposed to remember that, isn't it?
When was he assassinated?
Before you were born, obviously, you were going to say.
63.
Yes,
I'm probably him reincarnated.
I think you look rather like him. Ian from Hartlepool, hello.
Hi, I just want to talk about the media and the coverage of women, really.
Media covering women?
Yep.
Yes, okay, Ian.
I've talked about the lads at work, and when we get a paper, we don't want to open it and see pictures of breasts. We want to see pictures of...
Thank you very much indeed, Ian, and write in if you know what he was going to say. Philip. Thank you, Philip from Bradford.
Yeah, I'm just on about the vasectomy. When I went to my GP asking for a vasectomy, he said, women were put on this earth to have babies, and it wouldn't be right, really, to have one with my girlfriend not actually having a child yet.
Use a condom.
Yes, well, he probably didn't think you knew your own mind, and I'm beginning to wonder just talking to you. But a serious point, Peter. Thank you, Philip. Do you counsel people beforehand? I mean, do you say, no, are you really sure that you never want to have any more kids again, or do you just sort of...
Yes.
Do they have to come and see you more than once?
No, but you tell it's their responsibility.
Yeah.
They're taking the plunge. It's their problem if they've got one.
Do you ever say to somebody...
Yeah. It's their problem.
More phone calls? Do you ever say to somebody, I don't think you're the right sort of person to do that, or not?
No, I don't think that's my role.
Yeah. So if anybody comes, they could get a vasectomy, within reason?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I will put pressure on somebody who's 21.
Yeah.
Well, not munchies.
Eventually, it's really not my role.
Sorry, I'm sorry about this. Just as we're talking, could you pass that on to Peter? I just thought I'd give you your Easter presents early because, is that all right for you?
Very nice. I love chocolate.
Thank you very much indeed. Good. Robert from Grimsby. Hello, Robert.
Hello.
Yes, Robert.
Yeah. Two points about the vasectomies.
Yeah.
My doctor never mentioned to me at all about the cancer.
Yeah.
I've certainly never heard that before.
When did you have your vasectomy?
Oh, is it? Well, I've had two actually, because the first one failed, and that was the other point.
Is that a problem? Do they sometimes fail?
Yes, and you have to tell people that they may. Yeah. They can fail early, where you usually catch them because they're sperm cancer positive, or late, but they must know there's nothing guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one would mention about the cancer to dissuade them that there isn't a problem.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed, Robert. Don't worry about it, Robert. I mean, it probably didn't know that when you had yours.
No, I didn't.
Well, it isn't now. They must be. The facts are very obscure.
Okay.
They mustn't be put off it by that.
We've run out of time as usual. Let me just remind you of Whaley's call box. You can ring us during the week with any queries, problems, points, or famous for 15 seconds on 0898 46 1000. You can give it a call after the show. And next week we're talking about holes and dentistry. Holes and dentistry. So that's really all we have time for this week. Peter, I'm sorry about that, but we have a number of other people on as well, but we'll have to perhaps get back to them at a later date. Do you want to wave bye-bye, Debbie, and say goodbye to everybody? And,
bye, Mum.
Yeah, I did actually, before we go, sorry, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, James.
Sport. I did
Daily
actually,
Sport tomorrow.
over here, we've got a couple of seconds. Where oh, they're not here. We did have the founder members of the Shell Suit Users Association of Great Britain standing in the audience over here. There we are. Very nice indeed. Shell suits, of course, as you know, something I hate. And now you can see. Can we get a little model into that? Really, it goes quite well. If you have a Shell suit you'd like to donate to them, send it in, please. Thank you very much indeed. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye. Join us next week. Right.